In January of 2022, a bipartisan delegation of 7 U.S. senators met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Kyiv. The senators sought to reaffirm the U.S.'s commitment to Ukraine as Russia amassed troops along the border. However, diplomatic meetings failed to de-escalate tensions, and there were concerns of a potential Russian invasion. Around the same time, U.S. intelligence suggested Russia had operatives in place for a possible false flag operation in eastern Ukraine. This operation could provide Moscow with a pretext to mobilize its troops stationed along the border with Ukraine. Talks between Russia and Western powers stalled, and Russian officials claimed to have run out of patience. Fast forward to November 2023, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer announced plans to hold a vote on President Joe Biden's request for assistance for Ukraine. This put pressure on lawmakers to come up with a border security deal that could pair with the assistance for Ukraine. Senate Republicans sought border security policy changes as part of any supplemental spending bill. Schumer urged Democrats to engage more with Republicans to try to cut a deal. A bipartisan group was formed to clinch a deal that would marry Biden's request for assistance with changes to U.S. asylum and parole policy. However, a classified briefing on Ukraine turned into a shouting match about border security. Republican senators warned they were prepared to vote against advancing a more than $100 billion supplemental national security package unless it included major border policy changes. The fight over the border erupted when Minority Leader Mitch McConnell asked GOP Senator James Lankford of Oklahoma to present on the border instead of asking a question about Ukraine to the briefers. This led to a heated exchange, with Arkansas Republican Senator Tom Cotton shouting at Schumer. In summary, the situation in Ukraine remains tense, with the threat of a potential Russian invasion looming. The U.S. Senate is caught in a deadlock over whether to include tighter immigration policies in the aid package for Ukraine. The fate of the aid package remains uncertain as Republican senators insist on border policy changes as part of the deal. The coming days and weeks will be crucial in determining the outcome of these negotiations and the future of U.S. aid to Ukraine.